Good morning, class. Welcome to Arjun English School. Today, in 12th standard, I'm going to start a third chapter named that is Company's Final Account. In examination, this chapter is for 11 marks. Most important chapter. Okay. In section F, this is the last sum. In your examination, this is the last sum for 11 marks. Okay. So it is a very important chapter. So full concentrate in this chapter. Here it is related to company's final account. Means in part 1 of your textbook, we studied about the final account of partnership firm. But now it is company's final account. Okay. And in company's final account, we have to follow the all the rules and regulations as per the Companies Act 2013. Means earlier there is the act Companies Act 1956, but now law change, and from time to time there is amendment in this act, that is Companies Act 2013. Okay. So we have to follow all the rules and regulations of the Companies Act 2013. And first of all, what is a financial statement? Financial statements are the statements presenting accounting information in the brief at the end of accounting process for an accounting period. Financial statement provides information regarding financial results to internal and external users. It means these financial statement which provides the financial result, and these financial results which can be helpful to the internal as well as external users. Now, who are the internal users? Internal means companies, employees, and management, etc. And what are the external users? External users means shareholder, government, creditors, debtors, etc. Okay, so it means this financial statement, it is useful to the internal as well as external users. It is based on financial results. Financial results means it can be profit or it can be loss. Okay. So management, employees, shareholders, government, creditors, debtors, etc. These all are these all can take the decision on the basis of financial results, that whether the company is doing well, overall profit or loss. Okay. Next one. Now, what is financial statement? Financial statement includes balance sheet, profit and loss, cash flow, statement of change in equity, and notes related to accounts. So, financial statement includes these five items. Okay. Then after my next topic, that is balance sheet. Most important format for balance sheet. In part 1 we have studied about the uh, partnership act and its balance sheet. Okay. So that balance sheet is differ from this company's balance sheet, because at that point of time it is related to partnership. So partnership balance sheet is differ, and here company's balance sheet is differ. Okay. So now balance sheet, name of the company, balance sheet asset, and now the format is, first of all, particular note number, figure for current year and figure for previous year. Means this is called vertical balance sheet. In partnership firm we have to prepare horizontal. Okay, that you have already studied in 11th standard as well as 12th standard part 1. But now here it is the vertical balance sheet, where the format includes equity and liability, shareholders fund. In shareholders fund it is three items, that is share capital, reserves and surplus, money received against the share warrant. You have to remember this format. Second one, share application money for pending allotment. Third one, non-current liability. Now, what is covered under non-current liability? It includes long-term borrowings, deferred tax liability, other long-term liabilities, as well as long-term provisions. And next, current liability. Now, in current liability, there are four items: short-term borrowings, trade payables, other current liabilities, as well as short-term provisions. Now, what is trade payable? Trade payable stands for creditors. Okay, so you have to remember this format properly because each and every item have its own serial number and we don't have right to break this serial number. Like if there is no item in share application money pending allotment, so here amount will be zero or dash, but we have to write the name properly whether it covers any amount or not. Okay, so first number that is for shareholders fund, second one that is for share application money pending allotment, third one for non-current liability, and fourth one for current liability. Now, shareholders fund covers the share capital, reserves, and money. There is no any information in share application money. In non-current liabilities, there are four items, that is long-term borrowings, deferred tax liabilities, other long-term liabilities, and long-term provisions. In current liabilities, again there are four items: short-term provisions, trade payables, other current liabilities, and short-term provisions. Now, after covering these, total of this previous year amount and current year amount. Okay, so this is called total of liability, means equity and liability. Next one, second part, that is for assets. In assets, first of all, our first point that is non-current assets. In non-current asset, first is fixed asset. In fixed asset, it is tangible asset. Tangible means which can be seen or touched. Intangible means which cannot be seen, cannot be touched, but it can be felt. Okay, this you have studied in 11th standard very well. Now, capital work in progress. What is capital work in progress? Whenever any work that is in progress, work is not completed properly, so it is called capital work in progress. For example, if there is any building, the work is still in continuing process, it is not prepared properly, but our financial year 31st March, so on this day, whatever the work that the company has completed, value of such assets that we have to record, that is capital work in progress. Got it? And intangible assets under development means intangible assets, any kind of intangible asset, but which is under development, that we have to present it over here. So it is the part of fixed asset. It means fixed asset consists four part: tangible, intangible, capital work in progress, and intangible assets under development. Okay. Then after it is non-current assets, deferred tax assets, long-term loans and advances, and other non-current assets. So these all are the headings and it is a part of non-current assets. Then after current assets. In current asset, again there are six items: current investment, inventories, trade receivable. Trade receivable means debtors. Then after cash and cash equivalent. Cash and cash equivalent means it does not include only cash. It includes bank and other short-term assets which can be easily converted into the cash. Then short-term loans and advances and other current assets. Okay. So here it is the vertical balance sheet and vertical P&L as I have earlier said, but it is the main head points for this format. Okay. There is another small items which are covered under these head points. So we have to remember that also. And it includes now reserves and surplus. Okay, reserve and surplus is the part of the balance sheet, equity and liability. Here it is the reserves and surplus. Now under the heading of reserves and surplus, there are another small items that we have to remember properly, where reserves and surplus includes all types of reserves, means word used reserve means it is under the heading of reserves and surplus. You can see properly capital reserve, capital redemption reserve, security premium reserve, debenture redemption reserve, revaluation reserve, share option outstanding account, other services like dividend equalization reserve and investment reserve. Then after surplus, that is balance in statement of P&L account. Got it? So it is reserve and another things that are included in the reserves, that is any kind of fund or debit balance of P&L. Third point, money received against share warrant. There is no new thing here. And next point, that is share application money pending allotment. Again, there is no items covered here. Next point, non-current liability. Important point. Because under non-current liability, there are 3 to 4 points. One of them that is long-term borrowings. In long-term borrowings, it covered bond, debenture, term loan, deferred payments, deposits, loans and advances, long-term maturities, other loans and advances. Then after, borrowing shall be further classified as secured and unsecured. Loans and advances have been guaranteed. Bonds or debentures, term of repayment of term loan, particulars of defaults in repayment of loans and interest. Next, deferred tax liability. No new points over here. Point number C, other long-term liability where trade payable and other long-term liability which includes provident fund, pension fund, gratuity fund. These are the items covered under the long-term liabilities. Okay. Then after the next point, that is long-term provisions. No items covered here. Current liability, in current liability, first point is short-term borrowings. Under the heading of short-term borrowings, it includes the loan repayable on demand, loans and advances from related parties, deposits, other loans and advances. Borrowings, then after loans have been guaranteed by the directors or others and period and amount of defaults. Second point, trade payables. Under the heading of trade payable, there is no any other items because trade payable itself suggests for creditors. Okay, so credit if there is any creditor, then we have to cover under the heading of trade payables. Next, other current liability. Under the heading of other current liability, it includes current maturities of long-term debt, current maturities of financial lease obligations, interest accrued, but not due on borrowings, accrued and due on borrowings, income received, unpaid dividend, application money received for allotment of securities, unpaid mature deposits, unpaid mature debentures, other payables, and others like calls received in advance. So these are the items under the other current liabilities. Next one, that is short-term provisions. In short-term provisions, two items, provision for employees benefits and other provisions like PFT, proposed dividend and provision for bad debts. So these are the items that are covered under the equity and liability. In equity and liability, there is specific format. We have to properly follow this format. And under this format, there are various items that are covered for 2 to 3 pages. Okay. Same way, there is another format for assets, and under assets, there are various items covered under the headings. So now we have to go through for these items. First of all, fixed asset, which includes the tangible assets, and tangible asset means which can be seen or which can be touchable, like land, building, plant, machinery, furniture, fixtures, vehicles, office equipments, and others. Leasehold assets. Next, intangible means these assets which cannot be touchable or which cannot be seen or uh, but it has a physical, but it has an existence, but it can only and only can be fillable. So now intangible assets, it includes the goodwill, trademark, computer software, public publishing rights, mining rights, copyrights, recipes, license and others. So it includes under the heading of intangible assets. Then after capital work in progress, intangible assets under developments, no any items. Then non-current investment, which includes all types of investment. Means if the word used investment means it is under the heading of non-current investment. Means it includes all types of long-term investment over here. Next one, deferred tax assets. There is no any other items under the deferred tax asset and long-term loans and advances where it includes capital advance, loans and advances to related parties, other loans and advances. Then after secured, unsecured and doubtful. And last point, other non-current asset. It includes the long-term trade receivables and others. Now, second point, current investment. So in current investment, all kinds of investment that are covered here, but it is for short term purpose, because long term purpose investment which we have covered in under the heading of non current investment, means if any investment for less than 12 months, it is under the heading of current investment. And any assets which have more than 12 months maturity period, so it is covered under the non current investment. Got it? Next one, inventories. Inventories means which we call commonly as a stock. So which types of stock are here? Stocks, it includes raw material, work in progress, finished goods, stock in trade, stores and spares, loose tools, and others like goods in transit. So any kind of stock, whether it can be directly sold in the market or as a, it is under the raw material or work in progress, means these all are covered under the heading of inventories. Next, trade receivable, it includes the debtors as well as bills receivable. Cash and cash equivalents, which covered the balances with bank, checks, drafts, cash on hand, and others like cash and cash equivalents, which cover the short-term investment, which can be easily directly converted into the cash. Short-term loans and advances means loans and advances for a period of less than 12 months. Other current asset that includes the prepaid expense, income due but not received, tax paid in advance, deferred revenue expenditure, or fictitious assets which are written off during 12 months. Contingent liability means contingent liability, this item which is not covered in the balance sheet. But after completing balance sheet as a notes to account, we have to show this contingent liability after completion of full balance sheet. Okay. So it is not the part of balance sheet items, but after completing balance sheet, it is a part of notes to account where we have to record these transactions. Now, what are the contingent liabilities? Claims against a company not acknowledged as debt, guarantees given by the company, unpaid calls on sales, liability of incomplete contract. Okay, that's it. So finally, these are the items which are covered under the heading of contingent liability. And from the next class, I'm going to start the topic that is based on P&L account. It has a very small topic, very small items covered here, but it is covered in the next class. Okay. So thank you. See you in the next class.